of the Chinese economy has transformed the world. Billions of dollars have flowed into nations, including Australia. Now, the key question is, what is the Australian government doing to investigate the true source of these funds? What would make Australia an attractive place for someone from China looking to park illicit money?
Australia is a very stable economy. Black money wants to go where there are stable financial systems, the rule of law, sound economies where you're not expecting too many jolts, and Australia is one of those countries.
John Schmidt, former head of the anti-money laundering agency AUSTRAC, says Australia has failed to close a major loophole for dirty money coming into the country. That loophole is real estate, where there is still no requirement for agents to report suspicious transactions among the billions of dollars now flowing in from China.
Real estate is recognised internationally as one of the means by which people will launder money, yet we ourselves haven't covered the field as yet.
I don't think there's any government agency in Australia that will check the source of funds prior to it entering the country.
It would be very difficult for anyone, the Australian Tax Office included, to be able to identify the source of funds in another country. We just don't have that power and we don't have that information.
And what about the difficulty? Chris Miles spent 10 years on the Foreign Investment Review Board, the agency that monitors money flowing into Australia.
I think that you have to try and analyse whether, again, this is against the national interest of Australia or not.
But the point that this person... In an astonishing admission, Chris Miles says that during his time, the review board never investigated whether the proceeds of corruption were being invested in Australia. It was not deemed a responsibility of the board to determine the true source of funds.
Generally speaking, I think that's correct. Where the money came from is somebody else's responsibility.
A lot of governments don't want to ask the questions. They simply want the money flowing in it. Well, I'm sorry. You do that and you expose yourself to a great many risks, not only in your own country, but you're also damaging the countries out of which that money is coming.